Starting on day one, we will expand the city's special enforcement programs.
Cool.
Doubling fines for hazardous violations and tripling them for conditions that are immediately dangerous.
I believe he's talking about landlords that are stinky.
And when a really bad landlord, like this guy, refuses to fix it, the city's going to step.
I'm still listening. It sounds like he wants to infuse accountability for shitty landlords in the city to make the actual living conditions better so people won't be so fucking miserable all the time.
Step in, make the repairs, and send them the bill.
Watch.
All right, so that's cool. So if you don't do stuff the right way, by the way, I'm not like the biggest Mamdani fan, but all these haters, because you can see this is from PBD podcast. Too many B sounds, it's killing me. This is from their podcast, but like people like this are like, oh, they keep talking about him. They're like, oh, look at this, and I'm like, oh, that doesn't look so bad. So bad fines if you're being a bad landlord. If you're not going to actually take care of it, they are going to make you. They're just going to do it for you, and then they're going to send you the bill. If you don't pay the bill, then what? So far, I'm on board.
If that doesn't work, the city's taking over the building.
Okay. Why the f do I care? Who gives a f? If the goddamn landlord isn't doing his fucking job, that's his whole. A landlord's job is to fucking do nothing. They sit there and they collect money because they bought a fucking building. That's what they do, and it's their responsibility to keep the building running. If there's fucking rats in the building, if there's holes, if the pipes are leaking, if this is happening and that's happening, that's your fucking job. And if you can't do your job, you should have your fucking apartment or your whatever building taken away. You don't want to do the bare fucking minimum. If I work for McDonald's and I won't flip fries, you're gonna fire me. So if you're gonna be a landlord and they're not gonna do your shit, you're gonna lose your fucking apartment complex. I don't care. We're not talking about a regular place, by the way. We're talking about a place where people have to live. They have to live places. Like, living areas is a finite resource. But look, there's so much land in the United States. There's no economic infrastructure, so you work a fucking job there. Okay? If you're a landlord and you're not doing your job, you're fired now. That's what this sounds like. Okay, do your fucking job. You could just not lose. You could just not lose your apartment by fixing it.
We're putting the worst landlords out of business.
Good.
He says, we're going to take over the building.
Oh my God, are they really going to take over the fucking building when you think they're going to have masked officers go in there and violate people's due process? Oh, wait a minute. You probably support that one. That one's okay because it's against brown people, I guess. I guess a different type of brown than he is. I don't know if he's Italian or whatever. It's against Hispanic people. I think Korean people. I saw that Korean people are getting targeted too. Why the f do I care about landlords?
So it's theirs. It's the city's.
So you mean like seize the means of production? Like,
oh God, a communism. I'm so scared.
Communists?
Wait. Oh, you know what's crazy? You could just not be a landlord, and then boom, you don't lose your property.
So he's saying the quiet part out loud.
Yes.
And people voted for it.
Right.
It's like the gears are turning here.
Right.
Starting on day.
That's it. That's your whole criticism is to just say that like what he's doing is associated with communism. So like what I'm hearing from you guys, where's the solution that you have? You notice that there was no solution. They didn't say, hey, landlord this is the clip that they wanted to put out, and it just says concerning as the title. They think they don't give a fuck. This is about landlords acting irresponsibly. They didn't say, hey, I think this is too far, but I think this is a better solution. Nope. It's just concerning because of communism. Shut the fuck up. Why are people buying up areas, landlords buying up areas, and then doing fuck all with that and making people live in disgusting, dirty living conditions that are going to make their health worse? Wouldn't it be better if they lived in a healthy place that didn't have black mold, that didn't have roaches running around, that didn't have rats running around, where you had proper heating and proper air conditioning so you didn't get sick as much? We don't care about that. Every single time there's a conversation, I guarantee these motherfuckers were saying the same thing. When we were talking about COVID and how we need to have people that were healthier so they'd be more able to have their body fight against COVID, which I agree with. I understand I'm fat, but I could generally agree with that point, even though I do think that, like, COVID was a threat. They're like, you need to be healthier. We need to do things that make people healthier. Healthy. I agree. Well, what about getting cockroaches out of these apartment buildings? Nope. You can't do that. We can't do that one. Nope. I'm so afraid of the government running an apartment that I'm going to allow landlords to get away with making people sick. That's what their whole fucking take is. Because they're intellectually lazy. Life is on easy mode for them. They hear a take, they associate it with a bad thing, and they go, that's great, except when it comes to them talking about religion, of course, where Jesus is like, hey, you should love people and give them, help poor people. No, can't do that one. You know what I mean? Somehow Jesus became evil for that one moment, unless the Bible's talking about how much you have to hate gay people or something. You know what I mean? Like, these people are just fucking intellectually lazy as shit. It's so stupid, dude.